Guys, I'm gonna tell you what this is and why you need this in your DJ backpack. Let's check it out. Guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. We are back in my garage as you've seen on some of my other videos. Why? Because this is where I have the most space and the most freedom to do a lot of my reviews and product demos. Also, I have an 11-month-old, so he just went to sleep, so I don't want to wake him up. But we are here with another product review. This is not a sponsored or a paid video. All the opinions that I say in this video are strictly mine, but we have to say thank you to our friends over at XVIVE for sending over the P3D wireless Bluetooth XLR audio receiver. This is what the package looks like. Now, I did mention that this is the P3D. They also have the P3, which is a mono receiver. This is the stereo version. You've got two dual XLR receivers, and I'm gonna tell you what this is. Being a mobile DJ, primarily in the wedding industry, we have a lot of instances where we need to play cocktail hour music out on a patio or maybe a separate room that we're not set up with our main DJ rig. So this comes in handy. Like I mentioned, this is a Bluetooth receiver. This allows you to connect your smartphone or your tablet to stream music through wirelessly, so you don't have to worry about bringing that 3.5 millimeter cord, that aux cable. Don't be the aux DJ, right? Besides, it looks messy. This simply plugs into the back of most 99% DJ speakers or PA systems. You can also plug this into a mixer now, and this is a stereo system, so I could plug this in to a mixer such as my Yamaha MG12XU and stream straight to there. Now, being that this is the stereo system, what you would typically do is plug this into your mixer and pan one left, pan one right, so that you get a true stereo system or a true stereo sound. So what I have here is my EKX 15P from Electro Voice, and being that I don't have a mixer here, we're not gonna do a full on DJ demo, I guess, through a mixer. I'm gonna show you in an instance where you would be at a cocktail hour site, you have this in your backpack, and you can hook this directly to your speaker and stream cocktail hour music if you had to. So let's pan over to the speaker and show you how it's done. All right, so before we get started, I do want to send a very special shout out to our friends over at XVIVE for sending this over for us to give our honest review. Like I did mention at the beginning of the video, this is not a sponsored video. This is not a paid video. So everything that I say and I do in this video is on my own accord. So this is everything that I experience, and I'm gonna give you my honest feedback of this system. Now, I mentioned this is the P3D Bluetooth audio receiver for mixers and active PA and DJ systems. This is an XLR output Bluetooth audio receiver for mixers and active PA speakers. Connects smartphones and laptop to audio broadcast systems via Bluetooth to amplify music or other audio. Includes two of the P3 Bluetooth audio receivers. The two P3 units can be linked in order to receive a stereo signal. An internal rechargeable battery provides 8 hours of operation. It has a USB Type-C port for charging via any 5-volt USB power source and a stable connectivity over 100-foot range, a line of sight without obstacles, of course. Gives you ample coverage for parties, events, and weddings. Guys, I'm personally never gonna be 100 feet from this thing. I'm possibly gonna just mount my iPad or my iPhone to the tripod and leave it there to connect straight to this system. So let's open up the box and see what's included. All right, guys, so let's open up the box and see what all we get with this system. The P3D, this is the stereo dual XLR Bluetooth receiver system. So I'm just gonna crack this open, and right away you are met with the dual system. So we're gonna take these out. And usually the first thing that I do, guys, is kind of, I guess, measure its durability feeling. Now this is made of plastic. It does have a little weight, but I think that mainly comes just from the metal XLR tips here. So it doesn't feel super heavy duty. It does have some weight, but like I said, that's just from the internal metal here from the XLRs. Other than that, this right here is very plasticky, if that's a word. So as you can see here, we take a look around. Here are the USB charging ports, USB Type-C charging ports. And then on the front, you will see a few buttons, a couple of buttons, right? So you'll have your pair and your stereo link buttons here, and then you'll have your switch, it looks like, to power on, both of them. You get a blue light. Both of these do have some charge. I can't guarantee that they will have charge when you get them. But like I said, this is the first time I've opened this, so these are fresh out of the box. What the blinking blue light means is that it is in pairing mode and it is looking for you to pair this with your device. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn both of these off so we can see what else we get in the package. You do get 2 USB-C charging cords. Now, with the other XVIVE system that we recently got, the XLR transmitter and receiver, they did send a Y cable with that. I would say this is kind of a flaw of this system here. I wish they would have sent a Y cable with this, being that I am buying the P3D system in this case, right? So one USB-A to dual USB-C would have been better, so I don't have to have 2 bricks plugged in at the same time. So you do get that, and obviously on Amazon you can buy a Y cable, a splitter cable, if you don't want to deal with that. Here we go. Product registration card, your warranty card is in here, and looks like this is the small user manual. So this will tell you everything, how to pair, specifications of the unit, right, what all is included with it, and stereo linking these 2 units. For the sake of this video, we're only going to be using one. I do have 2 speakers here, but I don't have a mixer to show you a true stereo output. So let's go ahead and hook this up to the Electro Voice EKX15P, and we're going to pair this to my cell phone just to see what kind of sound, and if any delay, if any major delay, which you probably won't be able to hear with the human ear audience, honestly. So let's get this hooked up. All right, guys, so we got everything out of the package. You can see the P3 here. When you're using one, it's just known as the P3, right? So on my cell phone, I'm going to open up the Bluetooth settings. This should be fairly easy, guys. Reading everything I've read online, when you switch this on, it's automatically in pairing mode. So I'm gonna turn this on. You're gonna see the light come on, and this blue light instantly starts blinking. So I'm gonna wait for my iPhone to find a P3, and you can see there it is right there at the bottom. We're gonna go ahead and pair that with the single unit, and we're gonna wait for it to show us that it is paired. And there it is right there. It is saying connected. So the light turned a solid blue color, so we know we are connected. Now, when your battery starts dying, you will get battery indicator over here on the right showing how much charge you have left. And the user manual does show the percentages that you should see once this light starts blinking. So what I'm going to do is I have the Electro Voice EKX15P here, and I'm going to plug this straight into my speaker. Just like that. You heard it click. And what I like about the design and what they paid attention to is they actually made all the indicators, the front of the unit face down, because more than likely this is going to be up on a tripod, so I will be looking up at this. There are some manufacturers that create this same type of system where it's on the top or the side, and it's kind of hard to read, especially if you're against a wall. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and open up Spotify, and I'm going to look for some royalty-free music just because you know how YouTube is. And I'm going to turn this all the way down, and I'm going to hit play, and we're going to increase the volume. Guys, now as you can hear, this thing is working perfectly. As soon as I hit play, there was no delay at all. Now, I will tell you this, at my wedding this past Saturday, I used the Alto, what is it called? It's the Alto Wireless. It's another version of this. I bought that years ago, and I had to use this speaker in another room because they had me separated in my main setup. So I ended up using that, and it worked flawlessly. I haven't used it in years, but this is the latest and greatest from our friends at XVIVE. And what I want to do is I want to switch songs now to see if there's any long delay. As you heard there, that was instant, guys. There was no delay. I'm going to keep switching songs. A lot of you guys may recognize some of this royalty-free music. I use a lot of this in my YouTube vlogs. Guys, so as you can see, even when I paused it, there was no delay. It was instant. Now, I am standing right here next to it, but like I said, I would never probably be more than 30, 35 feet from the system. More than likely, what I usually do is, as a matter of fact, I have it right here. I always have something like this. Let me move back a little bit. I always have something like this mounted on my tripod, and then my iPad or whatever, you know, my iPad will be mounted inside of here. And that usually stays right on the tripod, so I don't have to worry. Sorry about that. So I don't have to worry about taking it with me or leaving it on the tripod. It just stays on the tripod the whole time. So that's the kind of system I use. I'm not sure what you guys use, but you can see this thing collapses pretty far and it just mounts to the tripod and it would stay there. So it's always within 2 or 3 feet of this receiver. Now I will tell you this, I do have 2 of the EKX 15Ps. I know I said I wasn't gonna do a dual speaker, but why not hook the other one up and let's pair it just to see the sound coming out of it. So what I want to do here is here's the one that we've been using. Here's the second one. I'm going to go ahead and turn that one on. You're going to see the blue light's going to start blinking because it's looking for a pair. Here is the stereo link button right here. So I'm going to click that stereo link button. You're going to see that light come on. I'm going to click this stereo link button. That green light comes on and now everything is solid. So these two are paired together. So let's hook both of them up to both EKX 15Ps and see if the sound comes out clearly. All right, so we have both 15Ps powered up. You can see the lights are on right there. And this is the one that we've been using. There's that one. Now we're going to take the stereo linked one that we just paired with the other one, and we're going to plug that right into the second speaker. So you can see these are just power cords. There's no XLR cables coming. There's one there and there's one there. So let's go ahead and fire up Spotify again just to see what we get. Guys, I'm getting a true stereo sound, if you will, out of both speakers wirelessly. So what's cool about this, okay? Let me tell you how this comes in handy. If you had, say, the EKX15P, which is not Bluetooth enabled, most modern speakers now are Bluetooth enabled, especially the new Electro Voice. I want to say it's the ZLX12 that just came out, the G2. Those are Bluetooth enabled. I've had these for several years. These are the EKX15Ps. They are not Bluetooth enabled. They do not have Bluetooth capability. My thought is always have these in my backpack just in case. What if my MacBook crashed? What if my system went down? You know, my mixer, my Rain 1, what if it quit working? If I had to, I have my iPhone, I could dig up music. I have several playlists on here. I could hook these up to the speakers and I can at least keep the party going. So tell me what you think about that. Guys, so I got to be honest with you. The XVIVE P3D system is by far one of the easiest systems to use. Not only that, what I love about it is when you instantly turn it on, it's automatically looking for a device, a tablet or a cell phone. It's automatically in pairing mode. Now that I have it paired with my cell phone, if I ever wanted to use it again, it would automatically find it because it is linked to my phone already. I will keep these on charge and I will keep these in my backpack just in case I need to use them. Like I said, the body feels kind of cheap. This could have been a little more robust in case I drop it. I'm not doing a drop test on this. I got a feeling if I were to drop it even from here, say 5 feet, I think this would crack, honestly. I really do. But other than that, it's pretty easy to understand. The lights tell you exactly what you need to know when they're solid, and then you get your battery indicator on both units as well, and you get your stereo link indicator to let you know once it's solid, you are stereo linked. So I think it's great. The user manual is super simple. Some of these products that you get, it looks like a newspaper and you have to read through all kind of stuff. This is super easy to understand. Once again, I just want to say thanks to our friends over at XVIVE. This is the second product that they have sent us to review, and I absolutely love this product. They even give you a little diagram on the back that shows you how you can use this and just a brief description of what's going on with it and what it's used for. So this is the P3D. I'm going to drop a link below where you can get yours. And you could read about all the reviews. Now, I will tell you this is Bluetooth. So you just have to be aware that line of sight is needed. When you start incorporating bodies, walls, objects like that, you may come into some interference. Now, being for the sake that I'm here in my garage, I was right next to it. We had perfect connectivity. Now, as I mentioned before, I will never be more than 35, 40 feet from this at most. If I had to walk off with my iPad just to test it, I would test this tonight, but it's a little late already. The last review I did with some microphones, I walked all the way down the end of my street. It worked perfectly. But then again, I was line of sight. So XVIVE P3D, 8 hours of operation, more than any wedding should ever go for, unless you're doing a Mexican wedding, right? But cocktail hour, dinner, maybe. This is going to be perfect. So thank you again to XVIVE for sending this over. Guys, we got some more reviews coming up here shortly. We got a few more products in from some companies that we need to review and test and give our honest feedback. So if you're not a subscriber, we would love for you to subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. And give us a comment. Let me know what kind of Bluetooth receiver you're using. Are you using Alto or are you using XVIVE? I personally like this one better than the Alto. It seems a little easier to use, and honestly maybe a little more robust, even though I told you about the plastic casing, but we'll see how it holds up. I'm not looking forward to dropping it the first time, but we'll see what happens when I do that. Thanks again. We'll see you on the next one.